Welcome back to the Colin and Miles show. This is episode 15, and I'm Colin.
And I'm Miles.
Yes, and we have a lot of random stuff to talk about today.
Well, not necessarily random.
It is random.
Well, not to us.
It's still pretty random. I made a list of a bunch of different things that we can talk about.
Well, she's very organized and meticulous, and I'm every which way to Sunday. So, if you're ready, here we go. All right, so we are back with the 15th episode, and I am trying to think real quick. We are listening to you have it written down, Office Ladies?
Mm-hmm. It's a podcast about The Office, the U.S. version.
I think we should take a pause real quick. I watched The Office. I got in maybe the 4th season of The Office whenever it was on NBC. And whenever I met Colin, she didn't watch it.
No, I've never seen it.
And I think it took you twice, maybe 3 times. I presented it to you to watch, and you were like, "No, I don't like it."
No, you didn't.
I
You
didn't?
never tried to get me to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I just saw it randomly on TV because you would have
Oh,
TV
yeah.
on and it would be on, and I saw a few episodes, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem so bad. Because a lot of the shows he watches, they're not my type of show. And so anyway, I'm like, this doesn't seem so bad. Hindsight being 2020, we should have made a podcast of me watching each episode and us talking about it, like all these other people do.
It was, we binge watched it, and now Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, 2 actresses, one plays Pam and the other plays Angela, on The Office, put together a podcast where they're going through each episode and recalling, shooting and what the episode was, or behind the scenes information type stuff.
Yeah, they tell you like the summary of the episode, and then they tell you their behind the scenes.
Do they have actual video, or is it just audio?
I think it's just audio. It's a podcast.
Okay, yeah. But interestingly enough, is they missed out on one thing that I thought was pretty funny in the 2nd season, when Dwight Schrute is talking about his grandfather. And, I'll play the clip right now.
I'm from a long line of fighters. My maternal grandfather was the toughest guy I ever knew. World War II veteran. Killed 20 men, then spent the rest of the war in an Allied prison camp.
That was whenever they found weed outside of the office. And Dwight comes in his...
Have we seen that, though?
Yeah.
Is it in season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know then.
Maybe...
I thought it was later. I thought we just saw that episode on TV randomly. Are you going to check real quick?
Yeah, I'm going to check. We have the internet.
Go to IMDb.
All right. Dwight...
Oh, I see what you mean. That wouldn't be helpful. On a side note, this is the first time we've had a drink in our recording.
Whenever we were starting this, she was like, I'm bringing a drink in this. Like, you can't stop me. I'm like, okay, who's going to stop you?
I really wanted coffee because I was sleepy.
All right, skip ahead to us looking. It was in the fight, not the weed, or the drug test episode.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that no one actually wrote into and said, hey, Dwight was talking about his grandfather Nazi.
Maybe
Or his
they
Nazi grandfather.
either didn't care or
Yeah.
maybe they didn't
I thought
write
that
it
was
as
just
part
such
of
a
the review.
such a subtle joke that the writers put in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh well.
We have
Anyways.
to go back to our notes. Okay, so another podcast that I've been listening to as we watch Home Improvement is this podcast I found called Home and Podcast. And it's these two guys. They're originally from the Michigan area, just like the Home Improvement people, like the show. And I don't know why I'm still listening to it. I just keep hoping it gets better.
How many episodes are you in?
I'm wherever we are on Home Improvement, so like episode 22 or 23. Because I listen to it every time we watch an episode.
Okay.
And they're like an hour long. And how can you talk about something for an hour? Oh, because they spend like the first third of the podcast just talking about themselves. And then they start talking about the show in minute detail. And then they say stupid things that annoy me. Like, why was there a break between these episodes? Does Easter ever fall in March, or is it always in April? I don't know. If you're over 30 and you don't know that Easter can fall in March or April, that's sad.
Well, I mean, play devil's advocate. Maybe they just thought it was like the first Thursday or the second Thursday. But
that means you're not paying
ridiculous.
attention for 30-some years of your life. And, they say dumb things while they're complaining about Tim saying dumb things on the show.
And doing dumb things on the show.
Yeah.
Well, we finished the season of Stargirl.
Well, we didn't really finish it. It just ended. And we saw
Oh, yeah.
So.
So
it was only 13 episodes.
Yeah, Luke Wilson does a pretty phenomenal job as what's his Stripes? His
Pat.
No, Stripesy is his sidekick name.
I know, but his
his
other
actor,
name
his
is
character
Pat.
name is Pat. Anyways, I think it's pretty nice. The ending of the season included Joel McHale, who's the original Starman, and I guess he's going to be coming in the second season.
Well, this was a spoiler alert, I guess.
If they're all still with us, then they're still with us. So we'll label spoiler alerts. Beware. But I think I'm interested to see if they're going to shoot this next season in the same format as they did the previous. Because the first season, who was it that they acquired it from?
DC.
No. DC, it was supposed to air on what platform?
I told you, DC's streaming platform.
Oh, okay. So it was supposed to air on DC's streaming platform.
And it did.
And
it showed a day before on theirs, then it would show on the CW.
Are they going to continue that?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. So
That's why
then
I'm
my
worried.
concern is unwarranted because I thought that since it was on the CW would be taking over filming and they shoot it
I don't
in a
think
different manner.
so, but that's why I'm worried that all these CW shows that are on Netflix that I need to watch will be moved over to DC's streaming service, and
Yeah.
I won't be able to watch them without paying another $12 or $10 whatever dollars a month.
Well, it'll. I guess it will be worth it, at some point whenever cable's completely out the door to pay, just for the services you want.
It's not going to be out the door.
At some point,
No, it's not.
1,000 years.
Maybe.
All right. Well, moving on.
We recently watched an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine that was ironically set 4 years from now, so 2024.
And took place in Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco, which I just think that is astounding that they either had so much foresight or coincidence.
Yeah, because I said, whenever I had just seen parts of this, I think. I might have seen it one time. I don't remember. But I said, this might be the time that the future they show could actually happen during this time.
So what they were talking about was specifically sanctuary areas for people who couldn't find work. And, I mean, if the Democrats win in November, it's very likely that they're going to set up these government-run areas, free everything, and but it was just.
And one thing that they said in the episode was the security has gone through budget cuts, and so
like defunding the police.
So they are understaffed and overworked, and they were crabby and more violent than they should be, and ruder to people because they didn't have enough manpower. And I wonder.
Yeah, it's eerie.
I don't know. And then they said the government can't afford to take care of people. And then I said, because that's not the government's job.
Imagine that. But anyways, it was just a weird look into 4 years in the future.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to
her music interests.
I guess. Well, lately I really don't care about music because I don't really like it. I don't like the new music that much. But last year Taylor Swift came out with an album called Lover, which I really, 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 really liked. And
really, really?
Yes. And this year she came out with a new album called Folklore. And all of the titles, all the song titles are in lowercase, which doesn't mean anything at all. I mean, it doesn't matter to anything we're talking about. It's just interesting. I like last year's album better, but this album's all right. You heard part of it.
Yeah, there's that America Dynasty song or whatever.
Yes, that's my favorite one so far. The Last Great American Dynasty, because it tells a story, and it tells a story of how she got her Rhode Island house, holiday house, and it's just interesting. And the songs on the album don't seem to fit the traditional song format, like verse, chorus, bridge, whatever. They just seem like she's kind of rambling, and sometimes there'll be a chorus, and sometimes not.
Typical Democrat is talk about, the second house you own and just ramble on about nothingness.
We might have two houses someday.
Yeah.
We're not Democrats.
Oh, I know that. I was just making up, poking fun at her.
Okay. You start the next one.
The next one.
The next topic.
So, this next topic is the Batman trailer. Robert Pattinson. So.
Oh! I put it in all caps. Robert Pattinson.
We get it. You like Robert Pattinson, okay? Is arguably whenever we met, she was dating Robert Pattinson. So.
No.
Through the Twilight series. And so, speaking of which, is Robert Pattinson is, in my opinion, and I think a reasonable person would agree, is that just the Twilight series generally, it being focused around a female lead, is, I think, his performance didn't get as much acknowledgement as, say, if it was a male lead. And seeing his roles in various movies. Wait one, we gotta look up what movie I'm gonna talk about real quick. So, The Lighthouse, and that was what year? 2019. Mm-hmm. I was on duty and watching it after work one day, and anyways, I just think his versatility of character and his acting, and as evidenced by his trailer performance, I think it's going to be a decent Batman. But I don't like the whole push to just become increasingly dark. It's almost as if they are getting to the point of Patton Oswalt playing in College Humor on the Little Batman series, where he's so violent he doesn't realize how violent he is. And so I just I'm cautious about this DC movie.
Yeah, I thought that they would bring some Twilight fans to watch it because of Robert Pattinson, but Miles thinks that this Batman's gonna be even darker than the Dark Knight versions, and I don't think that's possible.
I think it's
But we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. I think that just the trailer of like him reacting to criminals. I just think, okay, they're pushing the fold again.
And I think that maybe they're trying to set themselves apart from Marvel, since Marvel can't really do those things since they're owned by Disney. They have to be more family friendly, and they seem to be actually family.
Well, it's like we were watching like Agent Carter.
Well, this is going to segue into me talking about how I'm watching.
Well, I
it.
was segueing without us like actually segueing.
Yes,
so.
but you're skipping a point.
What?
You're skipping it. I wanted to start by saying, oh, we're talking about... So, yeah. Now you just messed me up. Now we need to cut this out.
Oh. I'm not cutting it out.
Fine. Speaking of the Marvel movies, I decided that since they are mostly on Disney Plus and we subscribe to Disney Plus, we should be using our subscription, and I'll try to watch the Marvel movies again because I tried to watch them before and I fell asleep to some of them because I just got bored. But I found a list and where I could watch in chronological order the movies and the TV shows.
Sure.
And that led me to watching Agent Carter.
And you liked Agent Carter a lot! Exclamation point.
Yes, and I hope that Disney Plus brings it back.
Yeah, there's only one character so far from the Agent Carter series who's made their way to the Marvel movie universe, which is Jarvis, and I think it's a fun show. What I've watched.
Yes, there are only 18 episodes, so you should watch it if you subscribe to Disney Plus because it was really good.
You can take her word for it. Right, so moving on is to the Twitwater. Which, speaking of which, on Twitter, Mayor Holt released this video today of Mask Up OKC or something. It's like, it almost, actually, I would go as far to say it is comparable to the Scranton, the Electric City that Michael and Dwight did. But it's, talking about the need to mask up OKC. And I'm like, how much taxpayer dollars did we waste on this? It is ridiculous. And anyway, but Twitter, she had commented that someone...
I showed you. Someone posted asking the media, to stop calling Mike Shinoda ex Linkin Park because he's just doing a solo thing and the band hasn't actually disbanded. And so I said, oh, the media can get facts incorrect about anyone, not just people you don't like or not just people you like. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say.
That if they can get something wrong about him, then that means they can get stuff wrong about the president or anyone else.
And they do.
Yeah.
Continuously. And it's just like after Meteora came out in 2003 and Mike Shinoda started Fort Minor. I remember everyone, Mike Shinoda left Linkin Park. No, you don't. He's doing his own thing and they're continuing to tour. So, okay. Yeah, but, it's...
This time's it's a little different.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all of the not random to us, but random to you information, I think, for the day, right?
Yes, that's everything.
You sound so disappointed. Like you didn't have enough.
We didn't like talk about some things as much as I wanted to.
Well, what would you like to comment on?
Agent Carter, we should have talked more about it. Like, it's set in the 1940s, and
Oh, yeah.
I think I would like the 1940s just as much as the 1920s, just because of the outfits. And Chad Michael Murray is in it, and if you're like our age, then you might remember him.
And if
from
you're
TV
our
or
age
movies.
and a girl, you might have a crush on him.
I never had a crush on him. I just think he looks exactly the same, except a little older. And it's
Never had a
funny.
crush on him. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you're not blushing.
You're embarrassing me. I never had a crush on him. Ask my mom.
Okay.
I didn't. I will admit the Robert Pattinson one.
I don't even know who Chad Michael Murray is.
Yes, you do. I told you he was in a Cinderella story.
Oh,
he
no,
was
I
in Gilmore
didn't know.
Girls.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said I don't even.
No, I didn't know. I misspoke. But, yeah. The 1940s seems like a fun time for
Yeah, but I don't think you would look good in the clothes.
me.
No.
I look good in anything.
You would have to wear high-waisted pants, a short back tie, and suspenders.
So I'd look good.
Well, your hair would look good. Slicked back like that.
Dapper.
Yes. And a hat.
Well, other than you dwelling on Chad Michael Murray.
I was not dwelling on him. I just wanted to mention him because maybe it would be a selling point to other people.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are people who will be sold on Chad Michael Murray. Like you
Or
are.
they might have saw him and said, wait, he looks super familiar. Who is that? And I just helped them.
That's very nice of you. What other areas did we skip over?
That's about all.
Oh, okay. So just Chad Michael Murray, who she doesn't have a crush on.
I don't. I don't.
All right. Well, as until episode 16, it'll be sooner rather than later because we are going to be presenting you on the next episode, maybe what we're doing now in our life, which is going to be big, and the episodes will be a lot more regular.
Hopefully. And we'll still talk about random stuff.
Well, to you, not to us.
Yeah.
It's part of our life.
Yeah.
Like Chad Michael Murray.
Oh.
All right. Well, other than that, it has been great having you here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Miles,
I'm Colin.
and this is...
The Colin and Miles Show.
Jeez, it's like we know each other so well. We're finishing each other's...
Sentences.
Chad Michael Murray.
Bye.
Bye.